De'Aaron, just how big was that for you guys to somehow find a way to get through the Warriors and advance, especially with the way the Warriors have beat up on you guys early in the season?
Oh, I mean, just us being resilient. Obviously, we were down, 20 points, and just being able to fight back and finish that game off was definitely good for us. I mean, you want to continue to win as many games as you possibly can, obviously, and that's another one that we were able to squeeze out.
De'Aaron, I know you've talked about your supporting cast before, but for Malik to step up, for Sasha to have the big fourth quarter and second half that he did, just how much pride does that give you as the leader of this team?
That's huge, man. Obviously, with the way that we play, the ball moving, and or if I get a matchup that I like and I get downhill, just trying to create an advantage somewhere, and then a lot of guys are playing off of closeouts, and it's big for us, obviously, when they're making shots, but also just being able to get downhill and also make another play, and just trying to generate a little bit easier offense for us. And I think they did a hell of a job. Obviously, Sasha hadn't been in the rotation for a few games, and he came out. He was big for us defensively, and I think he had an all-around really good game for us tonight.
As a team, what did you see from you guys defensively in that first half, and where did you feel like you guys got better as the game went on?
Definitely guarding the three-point line. I mean, I think they hit 12 threes on. I'm not sure what the efficiency was, but I would assume it was good in the first half. And then second half, we were able to fly around. Obviously, at times you have to, blitz the ball screen with Steph, and then you're playing 3-on-4 on the back. 3-on-4 on the back end, and you have to try to make something happen defensively. And I think with our activity tonight, especially in the second half, I think was definitely good for us, and that allowed us to get back in the game.
I heard you mention it out there in the arena that you guys wanted to win, obviously, but how weird would that have been to lose that game in advance? I know now you'll never know, but that was obviously something that didn't sit well with you guys, right?
Oh, yeah, but I mean, when you're in other positions, like you're in college or something, you could lose the last game and still end up advancing in something. AAU, obviously, if it's not bracket play, if it's pool play, and you lose your last game, there's still a possibility you can advance. So it's not something that's out of the ordinary, especially for most people who grew up in America playing AAU and those things. So, no, it's not. It wasn't like different or anything.
De'Aaron, Kendra Andrews, ESPN. What did the Warriors do differently in covering you in that second half? You got going a lot more offensively in the final two quarters.
I mean, they did the same things. I think I was able to get downhill a little easier. Obviously, that team switches a lot. Then at times, they throw out junk defenses, box and ones, traps here and there. But for me, it was really just try to get downhill. Obviously, I wouldn't even say this was a good game offensively for me, especially with the way I shot free throws. But we got it done, and my teammates definitely went out there and made plays down the stretch.
De'Aaron, would you call this a signature win?
I wouldn't. But, I mean, we played them so many times, people would call it that. But it's 1 out of 82 for us.
And then what was said when you're down 24 and things were just not going your way?
I mean, just stay the course. This league is a game of runs. You can be up 20, you could be down 20 in the blink of an eye, and whenever you're down, I think we got to 24, you try to get it to 15, then you try to get it to 10, and that's the way you have to think about it. Because if you're able to go on those runs, you go from 24 to 17, they call a timeout. You go from 17 to 10, they probably call another timeout. So it's always a game of runs. You just try to win as many segments as you can throughout the game.
Fox, I know you guys want to win every single game regardless of the opponent, but for a game of this magnitude to have so much on the line in November, I don't know how much that means to you, but for the fan base and for the NBA, it seems to mean a big deal. I'm just curious your thoughts on having this meaningful of a game this early in the season.
Yeah, I think the in-season tournament has done – I feel like it's done great. I feel like it's done wonders. You feel like you're playing significant games whenever there's an in-season tournament games, and obviously they were trying to win by a certain amount of points so that they could advance as well. So I think it's done nothing but good things. Obviously, we want to get to Vegas and be able to be one of those first teams to advance to a Final Four of the in-season tournament. So I'm extremely interested to see how that would play out. But obviously, we have a game tomorrow, and then I think we play New Orleans on Friday. I don't know when the game is. Tuesday, next Monday. How many games we got between that? I don't even know. I have no idea. But no, I'm very interested to see how this works out, and obviously we want to continue to advance. But we have a game tomorrow, and when that day comes, we'll start thinking about it.
De'Aaron, the game was kind of shifting already, momentum, and then Draymond had the technical. There was a late turnover there too. Like, did you guys kind of need that? Was that a factor in helping you guys turn the tide?
Oh, well, when he got the technical, Malik made the free throw, so that was big for us in a 1-point game. But I think with the turnover, I would say it was to what we were doing defensively, trying to get the ball out of Steph's hand. Obviously, Draymond's a good playmaker for them, and he has been for years. But regardless of who it is, even with somebody like CP on their team, you much rather the ball in somebody else's hands other than Steph. And we were able to create a turnover. And I think what we did down the stretch as far as deflections, block shots, getting some steals, and just being able to get out in transition, I think defensively we threw a lot at him. And at times it works, at times it doesn't. But, I mean, he's a hell of a player, one of the best players to ever play this game. And you have to do those type of things just to try to disrupt his rhythm. And
also, for everything you've done here, you don't get to light the beam that often. To have that moment with the crowd, everybody's juiced. What was that moment like for you?
Oh, it's cool. I mean, with a game, like I said, with a game of this magnitude, of knowing that we were in a win and you're in, automatically. So we want to win. Obviously, our fans want us to beat Golden State. So a game this close, fighting, coming back from down 24 points. You don't want to, regardless of if this is a tournament game or not, you don't want to come back down from 20 and lose the game like that anyway. So that's definitely a resilient win for us, and I think it's big for the fan base for sure.
De'Aaron, we hear it over and over again about the spark and the energy that Malik provides off the bench. You've obviously played with him for a long time, dating back to college, but just how contagious is it when he gets going for you guys?
He's big for us. Rather than putting the ball in the basket, we've seen what he can do in the pick and roll, playmaking with Domas or JaVale or whoever it may be. And just him getting downhill just creates so much for us. And when he's doing well defensively, getting blocks, being able to start our transition offense, I think it's hard to beat us when he's playing at a high level like he was tonight.
Fox, did you think that shot was going to go down? I mean, just take us through that final shot from your perspective.
I mean, it was an awkward shot. Like I said, I've seen him make crazy shots, like going back to high school. So I don't want to say surprised, but that was a crazy shot that went in for sure. But with the game that he was having, I think that he probably he would tell you that he felt a little confident in that shot. He probably already told y'all that. So it went in. We won the game. That's all that matters.
Were you disappointed with your own performance tonight? And if so, how does that fuel you?
Oh, I mean, I'm disappointed with the way I shot the ball, but I mean, I had 2 turnovers. I think I'm averaging 2 turnovers, so that's a career low for me. I think you said I had 5 deflections. I rebounded the ball well. I tried to affect the game in other ways, even though I think every miss that I probably had tonight was short. So I would say offensively it wasn't my best game, but I was out there for 40 minutes, and I feel like my imprint was still in the game. So I'm not super disappointed in it, but obviously anybody in my position will want to shoot the ball better.